Fixies are perhaps the best way of getting into bikes on a budget. Simple, cheap, light and fast.
A quick look at Marketplace or Facebook shows tons available for not much money.
After 35 years of riding, I have decided, almost inexplicably, that the time is right for me to get one too. So this video is the story of me building up my first Fixie.
Let it be said though, I'm not going to be some trendy Fixie kid riding an old track frame. That doesn't actually interest me, because I'm not a huge fan of the way those bikes ride, although clearly I am trendy enough. Being a bike nerd means that I have overcomplicated this journey massively, as you will see. I'm going to build something pretty special out of the big GCN parts bin, cherry picking some choice components from the last 10 years or so of best bike tech. What am I going to find? This is the bike that I have bought to transform. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Is that really a Trek Crockett cyclocross bike from 2017? And the answer is yes, it really is. I also know what you're thinking. Why the f have I bought one? Well, firstly, I've had one of these before, and it was a great little bike. Secondly, it's got adjustable rear dropouts on there, okay? So you can change the chainstay length, which means that you can run it as a single speed or also as a fixed gear bike. And the third reason is, as you can see, it's not a trendy little track bike, okay? This should ride really nicely on my commute, which is exactly what I want it for. First step now is to strip it right down. Like, it's not actually in terrible condition, aside from the fact that I seem to have bought a bike with 2 flat tyres, but most of the parts are salvageable, so the ones that I'm not going to need on my Fixie will be saved for a future project somewhere. The main reason that I'm stripping it down is because the first step is to take it to get blasted. Yes, blasted. Here we go then, one stripped down frame, and it's kind of you to notice, yeah, I did have a haircut. Now, I quite fancied a custom paint job on this bike. I mean, who wouldn't? The trouble is, there doesn't seem to be anyone in my hometown anymore painting bikes. So I'm going to take the opportunity to do something that I've actually been wanting to try for a little while, which is going instead to a motorcycle paint shop. So there it is in the background, motorcycle powder coating. So my hope is that they will be able to blast this frame back to raw aluminium and then powder coat it for a lot less money than a cycling specialist would. The trade-off is that they can't do my carbon forks, so I'm gonna have to hatch another plan for those. And also, I think it will just be one color, the frame. So anyway, I have got a slight harebrained idea, so I'm gonna see what they suggest. So she's all wrapped up. First impressions are it's good. So yeah, hopefully we're in business. Okay, here we go. I have managed to stop myself from peeking. See what this bad boy looks like, shall we? Now, they warned me that it might not look very good, but I'm thinking that looks kind of cool, actually. Got a live studio audience. What do we think, guys?
It's incredible.
Been a while since I've unboxed something. I've lost the knack. I think that does look quite cool, actually. You know, like shot blasted titanium has that like incredible like finish on it. It's like a poor man's version of that. But I think that's kind of cool. Do you actually think it looks?
No, I think it does look cool. I like it.
I'm pretty chuffed with that, actually. I've got to say, the next step is the wheels. The wheels have been a problem, and perhaps I should have done a little bit more research before taking the plunge and buying my Trek Crockett cyclocross bike. Turns out not many people / almost no one make hubs for 142mm through axle disc brake equipped bikes. There are a million fixed gear wheel sets out there on eBay or whatever, but they're all for horizontal dropout, like 130 or 135mm frames. So started doing some Googling. Shout out firstly to Halo Wheels. They were willing to raid a display cabinet for a one-off hub, which was a 142mm disc brake fixed gear hub. But unfortunately, it had a 32-hole drilling for it, and all deep section carbon wheels seem to be 24-hole. So there is literally one brand only that make these hubs, and it's kind of a bit of a childhood dream. Paul's Components, CNC machined in California. Have a look at that. Like seriously, anyone of a certain age will remember Paul's Components rear derailleur very fondly. That is incredible. Anyway.
Who did you speak to at Paul's Components?
I actually spoke to Paul. Paul emailed me back. I say it was the Paul, it was a Paul. But how many Pauls can there be at Paul's Components? Anyway, and then, check it out. Here's my rims, P1 Race Technologies, the Singularis, 50mm deep. So yeah, next step is a wheel build. You'll remember that I couldn't get my forks blasted because they're carbon fibre and it would completely destroy them. So what I'm doing with these instead, and also my stem, which is from deep inside the GCN parts bin, 2017 potentially, is I'm going to spray them up myself, right? And this is something I'm very excited about. So I've got hold of some Spray.Bike, which is bike-specific spray paint. And so all I've got to do, I think, is sort of lightly sand the forks with a bit of wet and dry, and then just kind of go for it, basically. So, wish me luck. First coat is going to be this Humber Blue colour. I'm not going to tell you about my paint scheme. I'm just going to let it unfold, let the magic happen in front of your eyes. Quite nervous about this. It was a really nice looking fork. This is quite satisfying, actually. I feel like Banksy. I think that looks all right. Oh, no, I missed a bit. That looks really bloody good. That's f***ing well good, isn't it? Okay, next up, we're getting arty. Fluoro magenta. I mean, I have literally no idea how this is gonna go. Basically, I'm going for this kind of like slightly kind of punky vibe. So the bike's gonna be raw aluminium, right? And then we're gonna have this brightly colored fork and stem. So I'm gonna spray it on and try and get a load of like fades basically, but then I also wanted maybe some hard lines in there as well. Let's go for it. See what happens. There we go. Always spray a test area first. Okay, right. Stem. I'm quite intrigued. I like the blue and the pink. Then the question is whether or not we add this fluoro green on top. Moment of truth. Should we peel some stuff off? See what happens. I'm not sure currently. So if in doubt, put more on, I think. But no more tape. I don't think the tape's worked. Well, I mean, it has worked. It's worked really well. But it's not quite what I wanted. That bit, I definitely want to cover over. That I don't like. It's either going to look kind of cool or really It might look all right though, mightn't it? Is what it is, right? We need more paint.
Done. My masterpiece is complete.
Finally, it's build day. This has taken a long time to get here, and I can't tell you how excited I am to put it together. You can probably catch glimpses of the fact that my parts bin raiding has been unbelievably successful in what I've turned out. So, I mean, I've begged, borrowed and stolen some incredible bits of cycling tech in here. So my 5 dev cranks, huge shout out to P1 for the Singularis rims, and then Jamie for his incredible build. These Paul Components hubs that look absolutely amazing. And then, perhaps what might be the most controversial bit of my build, these. Not the fact that I'm running Dura-Ace, but the fact that I'm running brakes at all. So we'll discuss that in a little bit. These are 11-speed Dura-Ace Di2 levers, because they were amazing, and they were lying around. Should we get building? Seat clamp going on. I don't know whether you remember, any hardcore GCNTech viewers, the little steel hand-built bike that we made many years ago. So this zip seat post came off there, and I found it and I thought, well, it's a really nice seat post, so I'm going to stick it on. What is worrying me no end is the fact that it's a carbon post in an aluminium frame, and basically if you're not careful it will seize so badly you will never get it out. And given that this is going to be my fit and forget bike, I'm probably going to regret that decision massively. But it sure is pretty. Yes, I'm reusing the old headset bearing. I mean, it basically works. It's fine. It'll be fine. Now, one of the undeniably good things about one-piece carbon cockpits is that it's kind of stopped my addiction to buying handlebars, which sounds like a strange one, but for some reason I'm completely obsessed with finding the perfect handlebar shape. But now I have less choice in the matter. It turns out I'm just happy with whatever. But these FSA compacts are my all-time favourite shape. So there you go. I've dug these out of my own parts bin. Now, as I said, there is a lot of controversy, I think, brewing by the fact that I'm putting brakes on a Fixie. Now, in part, legally you have to put at least a front brake on a Fixie. But I was thinking about it. I really like brakes, generally. Like, they are good things. So I've got no problem with that. Plus, on like a road Fixie, you want something to hang on to, right? Like I spent half my life on the brake hoods. So if they weren't there, then it would kind of suck. But what I will assure you is that I will do my level best to ride my Fixie properly and not use my actual brakes. That's kind of my plan, basically. I'm actually not going to remove the shifter paddles. You can do that, but it'll be much harder to put it back together again afterwards. And just on the off chance that the reason why I've never ridden a Fixie up to now is because I actually don't like Fixies, then at least I haven't ruined a perfectly good pair of Dura-Ace shifters. And that's kind of the same thing with the bike, right? I can always put, watch out for that. I can always put a rear derailleur on it and suddenly I've got a decent geared bike. So that's kind of my plan. Quite rapid tyres for a commuter Fixie, but the trouble is once you've used them it's quite addictive. Plus I knew I wanted that retro sidewall finish because I think that's going to look absolutely incredible. I've gone for 32, which on these rims might end up measuring about 33, which as nerds out there will know is actually the legal limit for cyclocross bikes, which of course this was originally. So should mean the geometry is dialed. Oh, and tubeless, just in case you're wondering. This is technically injectable, but I haven't got an injector, so...
Go on, get your big muscles in there.
Oh, not often I get defeated by a tyre. I think I might have to...
No, you can do it, come on.
Oh, damn it.
Come on, let me do it. I'll do it. Sorry, I can't see you struggle. Thanks.
How good do those reels look, by the way?
These look insane.
Can I just say, I did all the hard work.
You did all that.
I did all the work. Alex just came in and showboated just at the end.
This is looking very cool, though.
I think it would be really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool, isn't it? Right, is that going to be long enough? That's the question. Regular viewers of GCN will be wondering what on earth this, which is a cable tie, is doing on my dream Fixie build. And it's quite a sad moment, unfortunately, because this vintage of Trek Crockett cyclocross bike relied on zip ties as a permanent fixture for the brake hoses. Now, I'm pleased to let you know that in subsequent models that was changed, but it does mean that on my bike I'm having to put zip ties on it. Sad face. At least with these snips from Park Tool, I can get rid of the dangerous sharp edge. So that is at least pleasing. This feels like quite a momentous occasion. This is the first time in all my years that I've ever had to fit a fixed gear sprocket on. And I actually don't know how to do it. I mean, it looks like I just thread it on, so that's nice and easy. Check it out. I think that weighs about the same as a Dura-Ace cassette. Shiny! Now, when it comes to chains and fixed gear bikes, I was completely ignorant. So, fortunately, John Cannings, who is a track cycling expert, was able to help me out. And it turns out that there are two widths of single speed / fixed chains. You've got an 1/8 chain, and then this setup here, which is 3/32ths or something along those lines. Basically, I had to buy a narrow sprocket at the back that would allow me to fit a regular chain, which would then allow me to also use my regular chain ring. So anyway, there we go. That was my other learning experience from my fixed gear build. Okay, now tension the chain. I'm quite nervous. Like, I think this is going to work, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's slightly out. We're getting there. I'm quite excited now. Almost the last piece of the puzzle. I'm sticking a pair of Wahoo Speedplay power meter pedals on there. Basically, for my GCN video, I'm going to need to know what power I'm putting out and also what cadence I'm riding at as well. So these bad boys going on will give me all the stats that I need. Last bits, I want to get it flat and then I can do my lever alignment, then my bar tape, then it's done. I haven't stood back and admired it yet. You can see more than I can, but getting off the stand did make me think, how much does this thing weigh? So let's give it a go. I reckon 7.5 is my guess. What is it?
7.32.
Ah, what a guess. Right, let's do some brake levers and handlebars. Cool. Gravel bar tape for a Fixie. Luxurious stuff, this. Okay, what do you think? Let me know in the comments section down below. I can take a bit of constructive feedback, so don't hold back. But hit the like button if you do like it. I'm actually really excited to ride this, which I think is the ultimate litmus test. Like, it is a cool looking bike, particularly the wheels, which have blown me away. Those Paul hubs, the P1 rims, the big fat Pirelli tyres look absolutely wicked. Two things that have struck me as perhaps not love at first sight. That chainring, which is an amazing looking chainring, is an absolute whopper at 52 teeth. And it looks quite big. So fingers crossed I got my gear ratio right. I've got an 18 tooth at the back. This is, of course, my first rodeo, so I don't know, but that's what I've kind of roughly worked out as hopefully okay. And then this raw aluminium frame, so it's already got dirty finger marks on it. I'll give it a little buff, but anyway, that's very much a watch this space. Maybe it needs some like stickers on it or something like that. Anyway, I'm really pleased actually with how it's come out. I'm particularly pleased with my my punky handiwork on the fork and the stem. But yeah, like I say, let me know in the comment section down below, and then stay tuned for a video on GCN that'll be coming up in, well, probably over a month or so by now, because I'm going to ride it, see what happens.